Make the beat bounce on the dance floor.
What's going on, everybody? In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a car review of a BMW M6 Gran Coupe. Now you're probably wondering what in the world on this channel. I've never seen a car review. I want you to know two things. Number one, I love cars. And number two, this channel focuses on real estate, business, and finance. And in this video, we're taking this car from the financial perspective to see, is it worth it or is it not? Now there's a backstory behind this car. I want to share that with you. So before I tell you the details of the car, the pros, the cons, what I think, because I love this car, let's get into that backstory real quick. By the way, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe this video if you enjoy things like this, and if you like Mercedes, comment below so we could fight. Now guys, I'm gonna take you inside the car real quick, but before I do, let me take off my suit jacket. And by the way, this is one of the biggest pros for this car. I'm used to a two-door coupe, which doesn't have seats in the back. This one does. And not only that, but I have a convertible right now, which doesn't have hangers to hang your jackets. And as all of you know, I'm always wearing suit jackets. So this is probably worth $15,000 for me as an upgrade. But let's go inside the car and talk a little bit more about this bad boy and the backstory behind it. So for the past couple of weeks, I've been having this urge inside of me to get a BMW M6 Gran Coupe. And every single day I sleep, I'm just thinking of it. Black exterior, red leather, an exhaust note, just pure beauty. And it's just been tough these past couple of weeks, to be honest with you, because I just wanted to go buy it. But the problem is, this car runs for maybe $65,000 to $75,000 used. Brand new, 2019, about $140,000. So when I look at it like that from the finance perspective, I'm like, dude, you're about to spend $65,000 to $75,000. That's almost 25% on an investment property that you could purchase. And that's where my mind starts to get so confused. It's like, should you buy the car and do a dumb decision, or should you buy a property that's gonna appreciate? Depreciate versus appreciate. But at the end of the day, guys, I want you all to know that sometimes dumb decisions financially, as long as you can handle them and as long as it makes you happy, sometimes it could be called a dumb decision, but at the same time, it's not a dumb decision. It's hard to explain. They kind of bounce into one another. Let's go outside. Let me talk to you a little bit more about this quick backstory, and then we're going to talk about this car's exterior, then the interior, and what I think about it. So let's go. So the situation I was in, I had to make one of two decisions. Either go buy the car or not buy the car, but get it for a couple of days to see how things are gonna go. I actually got this car off of an app called Turo. I got this car for $200, plus you got fees and insurance, etc., etc. So the car came out to be $334. Now, people are wondering, why would you go spend that money just to test drive a car when you can go to BMW and test drive it? It's a whole different game. I got the car, I drove it for the day, I had it parked in front of my house. It's just a different vibe, and I got to really see the car's pros and cons and if it's fit for me or not. I need you all to understand, I do real estate investing, and also I'm a real estate agent. This car right here, let me show you something real fast. It is a V8 bi-turbo engine, which means that it's a gas guzzler. And what a gas guzzler means is, oh my God, it is so hot under the engine. Hold up. Let me get this open for you. V8 bi-turbo. The guy didn't clean the engine, so it's not sparkling, but this car sucks on gas like it's water, like it's a human who hasn't had water and has been in the desert. It's insane. But at the same time, that's like 70 bucks every single 2 to 3 days for me because I drive a lot. On top of that, it's a BMW M series. You don't want to add too many miles on them. So people say, just buy it as a daily. You might be wondering right now, look, if you really want the car, buy it as a daily and just buy a truck or an SUV for your real estate business. No, I like to drive my car every single day, and I don't like to have two cars, because when I have one car, I got everything in it preset and pre-ready for me when I get into it. So that's the backstory of it. I got this car off of Turo. I spent $340, $200 in the beginning, plus insurance and all that. It was $334 to be exact, and I got to experience it. I told myself, actually, I would never ever test drive a car unless I can buy it. But I had to break that for this car because I needed to make sure if it's the right car. Now, let's start talking about pros, cons, what I think about it from first experience as a BMW enthusiast. Let's get in it. The first thing that I love, and I already told you guys about that, is you got a coat hanger where you can hang your jacket. Remember I told you I got a convertible right now. I can't hang my jacket. I just got to put it on the front seat that's sitting right beside me. That's the first thing I absolutely love. The second thing, I was actually real impressed and surprised that in the trunk, there's a lot of space. You can fit a lot. We got all the gear and stuff over here, but there's a lot of room inside here. Now, I'm not gonna speak to you from a technical perspective. I'm speaking to you from a user perspective. I'm not gonna get into all the details. Also, something that's real cool is, let me show you this real fast. The BMW logo is actually a camera that comes out from the bottom, and that's the reverse camera right there. So those two things, I love how it has a coat hanger. I also love how it has a lot of room. And the third thing, I love this butt. She is thick, she is gorgeous, quad exhaust, you got some nice, it's just, I don't even know how to explain it. So much sleekness. It doesn't even have a spoiler and it looks like this. It's just beauty on top of beauty on top of beauty. BMW killed it when they designed this vehicle. Also, I love how all the doors are frameless. When I install frameless glass showers in investment properties that I'm flipping, it's so nice, and I seen this car have it. I love it as well. It's got a nice Grand Coupe logo right here. It's just real clean. And on the inside, on the back side of it, sitting inside of it, it looks like a coupe, but it's not a coupe, and it's so spacious, so comfortable. You have good enough height room, and on the inside it's got suede on top of you. You feel the luxury. You got your own manuals over here for the AC and so forth. So when I'm picking up clients, this is what I needed. My car right now is a 2-door, and I had to go pick up one time 2 clients, so me plus 2 clients. I had to actually have one of the clients sit in the back, but out of respect, I told him to drive the car, and I went and sat in the back. That doesn't work. That is not good. So in real estate, those are some issues that I'm having. So I really wanted to test out this car and see. I can get this car all day as a coupe, but I think the Grand Coupe is so special and what I love. You know, when you open this door as well, you get the M6 logo right here. Carbon fiber all on the interior. You got carbon fiber all here on the door panel. There's just so much stuff, but let me tell you guys a little bit more about the things that I like once we got on the inside, and then a little bit of the cons that I don't like. So I want you guys to hop around from the outside, and let's start going about the details on the dash and all that. One thing, guys, I forgot to mention real quick is this right here, the leather for the chairs. If you can get a zoom in, they start to break. It looks so cheap, so ghetto. It just doesn't look like it was high quality leather. Now this is the 2014 BMW M6 Grand Coupe. I hope that they updated it in the newer series, the newer models, but that's just real cheap for someone to have in a car that's this expensive. I just don't accept that from BMW, so I'm real disappointed with that. You got a huge display right here. This is just gorgeous. It's got the menu, it's got anything that you need from the media, the radio. Also, you have the sound system. Guys, if you hear the sound system, you would fall in love with it. Now, when you're sitting right where I'm sitting, you got the nice paddle shifters, but to be honest with you, I wish that these paddles were like the Nissan GTR. They don't move, because the paddles with the GTR, they stay right here. These, they move with you, and it's kind of tough to shift with it, but that's what it is. Now, if you also zoom in here, if you can see this, where the start-stop button is, it's kind of cheap, it's peeling off. This car has 76,000 miles almost, so maybe that's why it's just wear and tear. Also here, the park brake has the same thing. I don't like that too much. This is the 7-speed dual clutch system, automatic and manual. It is the BMW. Whenever you talk about BMW and you have this, you already know that you're talking power and aggressiveness. Now, I also love that I can put my Starbucks cups right here, fully carbon fiber, as well as you can have enough room to do what you need. It is extremely used as a daily. Like, you cannot not have this as a daily car. Even though it's a V8 gas guzzler, I just love it. You also have a ton of room over here, got the wallet in here, and also I always got to have this with me for the suits. But you have a ton of space over here to do whatever it is that you need to do, and that's also real nice and real good that they have. This right here, I haven't really used it. I guess you just put your key fob in there, but ultimately that's what it is, guys. And BMW is just so beautiful. I love it. 560 horsepower, 4.4 liter V8 engine, 500 pounds-foot of torque. Oh my God, there's just too much. I'm about to close the hood, close the doors, and we're gonna go for a ride, guys. Come with me. It's a competition package. You got some beautiful rims that are already built into the car, stock. It's just, they call this the BMW flagship. For me, I call this the boat. It looks like a boat, like a huge boat just cruising on the streets, cruising on the highways. You got the angel lights, you got the BMW M grille, power. That's all it speaks, is power, luxury, elegance. I'm talking to you from a perspective of first seeing this vehicle, test driving it, having it for the day, and just enjoying it. And this is all that's coming out of my heart, to be honest with you, because I just love it. I'm gonna take you guys in, let's go for a spin, and let's see what kind of power it really gives. Now guys, when you look at this from a financial perspective, you're gonna be paying a ton of gas. You're gonna be paying $65,000 to $75,000 down on this car. You're gonna be having to deal with the maintenance on it. All around, it really just depends on what position you take. For me right now, it's just not a smart move to make the purchase, to be honest. And the reason is because I need to be investing that in business, investing that in real estate, investing that in things that are gonna appreciate, not depreciate. The reason why I got this car rented for a day is not so I can make a YouTube video and look like I got money. It's to enjoy it and to see if it's a right decision to make. And in all honesty, it's a great decision in my opinion. It'll do what I have to do for what I'm doing in real estate, but it's just not the best decision as of today to get, because that money can be put into something that's a lot better than what it is, like this car would be. Just that love, that BMW power and love. Gotta put gas in it already. I already swallowed half the tank, so I'm looking for a quick gas station. Let's see how much it costs to fill it. Now in this car, you can only put the highest of the highest. You can't be cheap. You can't try to save a penny. You have to put 93. And if you can even put super, 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 whatever that might be, you want to put that as well. You got to feed the car what it deserves, because this power doesn't come for free. You have to make sure that you flip this so no gas gets on the car itself. Rookie mistake if you let gas get on the car. That's just a tip from me to you. Receipt, no receipt, no need for the receipt. Now let's hop back in this bad girl and keep going. And don't forget the carbon fiber roof. You can't not forget the carbon fiber roof. All right guys, to wrap up this video, let me explain to you a couple of things real quick. Number one, it's a little bit hot by the way. Number one, this car was rented so I can be able to see if it's worth it to purchase for what I do every single day. At the same time, this past couple of weeks, I just couldn't sleep. I wanted the BMW M6 Gran Coupe, black on red leather. So I said, to get this urge out of me, I need to at least have it for a day to kind of see what it is. And I felt it, I've enjoyed it, I fell in love with it. But to be honest with you, it's just not the moment right now to pick it up, because $65,000 to $75,000 all day, I would put that towards an investment property as of right now. So that's the situation with it. So for everybody out there who goes out and buys cars, whether it's cash, whether it's financing, whatever it might be, make sure that you make the decision smart. Tomorrow, I might just go buy the car. Maybe I just wake up and say, you know what, I want to go get it. But as of right now, I got that urge out of me, and I feel like it's a smart way to do it. Spending $200 plus, like I said, everything else, $334 to be able to get that feeling of having ownership of something, seeing how it is day to day, feeling the power, feeling the enjoyment of a car. I think it was well worth it, because it gave me a whole different perspective, and it let me realize, hey, when you do own it, it's not as juicy as it is like when you don't own it. So for everybody out there who's like, man, I wish I had this car or this house or this business or this thing, trust me, when you do have it, you're looking for the next, and that's just human nature. So stay happy, never be content, but at the same time, never keep looking for more, because you'll never get that more. You'll never get what it is that you think you want. I said, hey, if I get this car, that's it, I'm set. That's not true. Next year, they're gonna have a newer car, a nicer one, AKA the BMW M8. That car is bad. Now, if I got this car, would I be looking at the M8 to go buy? Yes, because that's just human nature, and that's just what it is, guys. To conclude, everybody, this car is bad, and she's beautiful, And I wanted to make this video to share with you, number one, the financial perspective of buying things versus investing your money towards things that appreciate versus depreciate. And number two, I wanted to share with you guys, from my perspective, what it is that I think and what it is that I do. Spending $334 to be able to get this car for a day, it was well worth every single penny in my opinion. Now, if you're out there and you're wondering what it is that you want to do, whether it's you want to buy this car, you want to buy a house, you want to buy the next thing that you just enjoy, make sure that you run the numbers and make sure it's the right decision, because at your age right now, if you're in your 20s, even 30s, it might not be the time. People dream to drive this when they're 50, 60. Right now, it might just be too early. Now, I love cars, so tomorrow I might pick it up. That's a whole different story. But for people who are out there buying things to impress others, to go into debt, that is not the lifestyle or the position that you want to live. And that's the biggest mistake that a lot of people are doing. Me buying this car is not to impress you, but it's to have myself feeling good because I just love cars. So if you're out there getting yourself in debt for things that you don't have to buy to impress people that you don't like or that don't like you, please don't do that. You'll be in the wrong game, in the wrong, and you'll be living for people, not for yourself, and that's the worst kind of life. Now, to wrap up, thank you all so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Hope y'all enjoyed this beautiful BMW M6 Gran Coupe. If you enjoyed content like this is a little bit different than what I do, comment below and let me know. And most importantly, if you got any value, give this video a like, subscribe, because every single Wednesday I come at you with business, real estate, and finance videos. It's an either or. I never know what's gonna come out that Wednesday, but it's a surprise for you all. Thank you so much for watching, and here's the final take with this BMW M6.
Make the bounce on the dance floor.